Now, ladies and gentlemen, over the last 72 hours, the CS community has been up in arms of what's coming soon, specifically CS2's first operation and how that could possibly be for Counter-Strike's 25th anniversary, which I'd say is very fair since Half-Life earlier this year got a special birthday update for their anniversary, so thinking Counter-Strike could be next isn't completely insane. But with the date today now being June 20th, we're officially one day past that. Whether this next update for CS2 is an operation or not, in my own opinion, I don't think this is going to have any ties to an anniversary update or anything to do with Counter-Strike's 25th birthday. Instead, yesterday afternoon, we got a single tweet from the CS2 Twitter account, and not a coin, not birthday chickens, not even a cool post in-game, which judging by comments on Twitter and just social media, has really upset a lot of players in the CS community. But with that being said, I'd much rather Valve take their time than releasing a half-assed update, mainly because we're so close to something greater. And of course, this all started off as just a simple rumor, but then all the correct cards started falling directly in order to see it align. CS devs started baiting us with updates entailing Danger Zone 2 is on its way, CS Perfect World just the other day posting about Counter-Strike's 25th birthday, Valve directly replying to map creators that are rumored to have their maps inside the game, and then of course, just last night, Counter-Strike servers shutting off with dozens of DPR updates behind the scenes. Today's video is a summary of last night's shadow updates, as well as some ongoing bugs inside Counter-Strike, as well as a release date for CS2's first operation. Now today's video sponsor is Skins Monkey. Skins Monkey is a buying but most notably trading marketplace, that being for your CS2 items. You can trade off your old skins for something new. All you do is log in with Steam, you start a trade, and any cash remaining goes to your available balance on the site. When it comes to trading an item you don't have enough balance for on the site, Skins Monkey has a large variety of deposit options. By using my code MANDO, you can get up to a free $5, and by depositing alongside using my code, you get an additional 35% of a deposit bonus. With Skins Monkey's large variety of skins, they also offer daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways. If interested, the link will be in the top of the description down below. Now this is Luke in the post edit, and quickly wanted to mention that normally before a CS update, especially one as large or close to an operation, Valve would in the past tweet out office gifts the same day or week, which they have done this last week, but they also tend to change their banner and profile picture, which they have not done within the last couple of weeks. The most recent banner and profile change was during the fire sale update, changing it to a chicken on Vertigo. Now I mention this because most players in the community have put out videos, posts, tweets about how if Valve doesn't change their banner, their profile picture, put out a random tweet, there will be no update. Now in my opinion, we have to look at the facts, and the fact of the matter is we've only started receiving these leaks for the last few days. Valve has tweeted an office GIF. In fact, they replied to a map creator of a random map on the workshop, which also happens to be a map that's supposedly leaked for the next operation or to be added to CS2. And for them not changing their profile picture or banner, I'm not really sure. Would it really make sense for them to change it from just 2 weeks ago when they only change it every few months? As well as the fact yesterday was a holiday, so let's keep that in mind as well. Let me know what you guys think down below if this is cope or not. Firstly, for today's video is a quick summary of why Valve didn't release quote-unquote CS2's first operation last night and when it will be on its way. Well, first and foremost, most businesses inside the US yesterday were closed down, especially in Seattle, Washington, where the Valve offices are. So a lot of those employees were off for holidays and will return today and the following week of you watching today's video. A lot of players and data miners behind the scenes assume that Valve, even if they were ready to release an operation, they wouldn't until everyone's back inside the offices. And if you fell into that boat, it seems like your assumption was correct. But then again, we don't even know if CS devs took the day off, since this is where the recent shadow updates and DPR updates started falling into play. Now, a lot of this new hype train that started for CS2's first quote-unquote operation really started yesterday afternoon, as Valve continued their new changes to CS2 behind the scenes from the most recent update we saw on June 13th. So as of today being Thursday, it's now officially been 1 week since we saw Valve's last update, and most of that was just additions we already had from CSGO being ported to CS2 and a couple of bug fixes, which bug fixes we will get to later because there's quite a few outstanding ones right now. Yesterday, we saw 2 major DPR changes in between 3 to 7 p.m. over here in North America, and for Counter-Strike worldwide, CS servers shut down, which this rarely happens unless Valve is preparing a major update or Steam is down for the Tuesday weekly maintenance. And with it now being 12 hours since it started happening, it's hard to say that this won't happen again, but most importantly, that this actually means we're closer than we think, that being to Counter-Strike's next big update. Now, most players last night were holding out hope until the very last second, since Operation Riptide, the last CS2 operation, released around 9:30 to 10 p.m. and had updates the exact same night until around 11, and I can tell based off of Valve's blog post for Operation Riptide, but based off of also some of my videos. I think that right there could also give you some hope for the days to come. But then again, this all leads to a video and week-long question if Counter-Strike 2 will see this major update before this weekend. Now, this answer is all my opinion, but yes. The only thing contradicting this is if Valve acts on their own time. I think first and foremost, why we saw the delay was because of the holiday inside Seattle, Washington, and just the US. But if it wasn't for that, we probably could have and would have seen it yesterday. But it's very hard to tell based off of how secretive Gaben is. And like we mentioned at the beginning of the video, we got a singular tweet, not even a throwback map, coin, or even birthday chickens. I think right now we just have to let Valve cook. Now, looking at the evidence, there's more here than any other operation or major update that's had any hype train previously. The only thing that blows us out of the water is Counter-Strike 2 as a whole. There was a whole lot of evidence right before it released. Now, in the meantime, aside from the leaks, before we're in the same update as the operation, we have to get a few things removed and fixed. The first thing here is the Copenhagen sale. It's been lingering and on sale for far too long, and typically this is removed the same day, hours, or sometimes week before a large update. And just like for today's case is CS2's first operation. Yes, in the past, major stickers have been on sale at the exact same time as an operation, but it rarely happens since Valve doesn't tend to do this, since it's too much on sale at once, and Valve likes to spread out content as much as possible to not overwhelm the players, but also maximize profit. And the last thing I want to mention for today's video is game-breaking bugs. Now, this bug is really only on your receiving end, so it doesn't affect the server. Other players are not going to be able to tell or see that you're going through this, so if you're playing with some of your friends, they're probably going to call you crazy unless they have it happen to themselves. Essentially what it is, if you tab in and out or switch resolutions or go from window to full screen quite frequently, you're going to get a massive delay in game. Now, this doesn't happen all the time, and since this started appearing just a few days ago, I haven't seen anyone mention that it's patched. And just from some testing playing a CS warm-up, tabbing in and out or switching resolutions is triggering the problem for me, to where you try and headshot one of the bots or just anyone on the server, it makes it seem like there's a really big delay from when it actually kills the bot and you end up with the kill feed. And from what I've heard, this actually does happen online too and can be obviously game breaking. Now, this recent delay bug, alongside the Copenhagen sale not being removed and the slew of other things that have yet to be patched, I think is a huge reason why you shouldn't be giving out hope anytime soon. That being within the next couple of days and going into next week, specifically for an operation. I'm just thinking, if I was in Valve's shoes, if I didn't have anything big planned anytime soon, I would just remove the Copenhagen sale and patch all these bugs in one small update either today, yesterday, or even Friday, and that would be a sealed deal. But I think in reality, a lot of this is just going to all come in the exact same update. And with that being said, let me know down below if you've experienced any of these recent bugs, as well as what day you think the operation or operation size update will be on its way. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay positive, sexy. I'm out, guys. Peace.